Part of the very first instructions that God gives to those first human beings that he creates has to do with eating. God gives specific instructions to Adam and Eve about what they should eat. In Genesis chapter 18, we find Abraham and Sarah invite the Lord into their tent, and they invite him to share a meal with them. They eat together as the Lord promises to Abraham and Sarah a future descendant. In Exodus chapter 12, we find the institution of the Passover festival. The way that the Hebrew slaves were to celebrate their liberation from bondage was by eating together, the Passover feast. In 2 Samuel chapter 9, after King David becomes the king over all of Israel, he invites Mephibosheth to his table to eat with him and feast with him. In Luke chapter 22, before Jesus' arrest and death, the way that Jesus asks his disciples and his closest friends to remember him is not by giving a sermon, it's not by giving a lecture, but it's by picking up bread and wine and asking them to share a meal with him. At the end of the Bible, in the book of Revelation, we find that the union of heaven and earth is described as a wedding feast. God cares about eating, and the people of God should not neglect the act of eating and drinking and feasting together when they gather together.